Let me record this too. All right, so I'm going to share my screen first. And I think I'm going to hit, oh, good. I'm up on the side. All right, perfect. You just never know, guys. All right, so follow-up systems. This was kind of cute. Icebreaker, how do you collect content information when sharing a 2-finger tester sample? So if you're watching live, answer. If you're watching the replay, comment, because I would love to know, because, you know, a lot of us, especially for us old timers, you know, we didn't have any systems. So we just kind of created our own. And now there are systems out there that we can use. So I would love to know, like, how do you do it? I know how I do it, but I want to know how you guys do it. Okay. They always say the fortune is in the follow-up. All right. So look at, I have like this little like highlighter. I love this. All right. So we've all heard the saying, the fortune is in the follow-up. We're going to chat about one of the biggest mistakes people make in the follow-up step, not having a clear, defined next step, AKA system. I love me some systems. I love me some Trello. You can make your follow-up system wherever you want, but you better guess where I'm making mine. Right? It's either going to be in Trello, or I'm actually going to really embrace the app, and Lauren Warden is going to come on in a few weeks and really kind of give us a training on the app. Because you know what, it's only going to get better. So if we just utilize what we have, it could be great, but I might use Trello as a backup. All right, this is what we're going to talk about. Why is follow-up so important? How Color Street supports our follow-up, ideas for how to follow up, and resources, for additional training. All right. Why is follow-up important to your business? It's like huge on my screen right now, so I got to sit back. So follow-ups, right? They build loyalty. They provide the best service to your customers. So it's really important to follow up with them. Following up with customers and potential customers shows your level of interest in them, and it builds trust, and it keeps you in their mind. Okay, so as you get to know your customer better by building your relationship, you are better able to fill their needs and get to know their likes and interests with your Color Street offerings. So why we ordinary, I don't know why that's there. Why be ordinary when you can be awesome and provide stellar customer service? Because here's the thing, like with Color Street, like if you really get to know your customer, I mean, it's actually pretty easy. You just go into the back office and you say to yourself, like, all right, what does she buy? Is she a solid girl? Is she a French? Is she all about glitter? Or does she like the foundation sets? What does she like, right? And really get to know her, because that actually kind of says a lot. I don't know if you think so, but what kind of polish you wear says a lot about the person, right? So it's a great way to start, a great way to start. Having issues. All right, here's some sales statistics. These are crazy. 48% of sales people never follow up with a prospect. Never. And I gotta be honest with you, when I first started with Color Street, I was the never. I was like always trying to get new people. 25% of the sales people make a second contact and then stop. 12% of sales people only make 3 contacts and stop. And only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. That's amazing, right? 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second. 5% of sales are made on the third, 10 on the fourth, and 80% on the 5th to the 12th. That's insane. Like, so think about that, how like we got to shift, right? Totally got to shift here. So how does Color Street support the stylist, right? The follow-up system in the app, right? Which I kind of said we really need to do. It pops up on the phone, it gives you a notification, and then you can start, putting in when you want to follow up with them, right? Weekly marketing emails from the home office to customers to enhance what stylists are already doing in creating another point of contact. The ability to use the search feature in the VO for customer outreach. So let's dig in. Let's dig in. Okay, so the app, the follow-up system, and like the app. So when a customer places an order, you as the stylist will receive a notification of the order, right? So this triggers the follow-up process, which is really cool, guys, because like I said, this is all new, but it's really cool that we have this. So once a customer places an order, the follow-up system sets a reminder to reach out 1 week after the order has been placed, right? So you get the notification on your phone. But here's the great part. You can change the date of this reminder to fit your follow-up system. And that's important. And it should be in complete bold, your follow-up system, right? Mine's going to look different than yours. Yours is going to look different than Jane's, right? So you have to make sure you do what works for you. But you need one. Once the reminder comes up, you can message your customer directly from the reminder. Right? I did that, and one of my my customer was like, "Wow, what is this?" Because like I text messaged her, and I usually message her through Facebook. So you can use the predetermined wording because it comes right up for you. But highly recommend that you change it so it sounds like you, because you just don't want it to be like this, like, automated thing that's going out. From there, you can create your own calendar event for your next follow-up. So how cool is that, right? You can do this all in the app. Hello, we love doing stuff from our phones, right? So like, how awesome is that? So more stuff to do from your phone. Color Street emails sent to customers. So another way home office supports stylists is through the weekly emails sent to customers. It is another touch point and probably in a different medium email that is currently being used most of the time. Because like for me, I'm not a good follow-up email person. I kind of wanted to do at least like once a month a newsletter. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but it really should be part of the follow-up system. So don't forget the stats that we shared, right? It takes multiple connections before a customer will take action, right? So it's our job as stylists to follow up with customers from the touch point, right? They purchase. Ensure your customers are receiving the email, which is sent on Tuesdays and can be previewed by stylists in the weekly newsletter on Monday. And read the information if they didn't see it in your VIP group. So ask what caught their eye and take notes with their feedback to better serve them in the future and be able to offer an opportunity that fits their needs based on the conversations you're having with them, right? Building relationships with your customers. And it's a great way to do like a connection. I don't know if you can see that, but I hate that it's up there. It's bothering me. Virtual office search function. So this is like really kind of cool. I didn't tap into this until recently. If you go to the virtual office, right, you go under the number one right here, you go under orders and contacts, and go to customer orders. And then you can select an item code from the drop down in the search button, meaning like you enter the code. So like whatever, like a nail set that you want to look up. And what it will do, so say if like there's like a nail set, like a retired nail set or something, you might want to put that in because you'd be like, oh wait, these 10 customers, because it says 10 orders found, these 10 customers love retired nail sets, and retired nail sets are going on sale tomorrow. So let me reach out to them, right? So you can use that as like a search feature. I thought it was pretty cool. If you haven't used this from the virtual office, more commonly known as your VO, I can't read this. All right, let's walk through it, how we do it. So if you aren't using your phone to, this because they were doing this live. All right, so in your VO, go under orders and contacts, click on customers from the drop-down list in the search item, select item code, right? And then enter the item code you want to search. So for example, the retired set, and then make a list of the customers from the search and reach out to them, right? So now that you know how to do it, let's talk about when you may want to use this feature. Okay, so last month is a great example. We were provided a retired shade for the spring launch. So this was a great reason to reach out to your customers, because if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know what to say to her, I haven't talked to her in months, this is a great opening, right? It offers exceptional customer service, right? And I do really truly believe that your customers will appreciate it. Okay. Um, I'm not going to read all of it, guys, because I know you know how to read. What you should do for follow-ups. All right. So create a follow-up categories, develop your follow-up systems, and establish when to do follow-ups. So the follow-up system is a system in itself, right? One that you need to create. All right. Sorry, I'm talking way too much today. So categories of follow-ups. So we're going to focus on four categories of follow-ups to do for your business. The four categories of samples, nail bars, opportunity invites, and orders placed. So let's kind of dive on in. Sample follow-up. So the first step of color 10, get back to basics here, is to connect to 10 new people every week and share. Some people call it the 2-finger tester, accent nail sample. Okay. When you allow someone to try what you have to offer, it's important to follow up to build a relationship and to be able to find about their experience and see what you can offer them based on their feedback, right? So share that you will follow up with them to hear what they think of the nail strips when you provide the sample, right? So what do you give? 2-finger tester, your business card, instructions on how to apply, opportunity brochure. You can do all of that, right? Depending on how you're reaching out to them. If you're like mailing them and then reaching out via Facebook, I even sometimes will just throw in a video, even if it's just a sample, because I just want them to know how to do it the right way. And I want them to go, whoa, that's what that can do. Right? If you're giving the sample to someone in person, just be sure to get contact information in return. So as a follow-up can happen, this can be done by saying, I'd like to send you a video that shows how to apply the nail strips. If you're like me, watching helps to know how to do things. So what's your number? So I can text it to you. Now we have their information. Now the follow-up series goes. Not only that, I remember I was going into Bath and Body Works, and it was like a really weird situation. My husband came home and he was like, I need to do blah, blah, blah. And I ran out to the car and I said, all right, I'll just go with you. I had nothing, not a single thing on me. And so much so that when we pulled up, I saw Bath and Body Works and I was like, oh, I really need that. And I really need something in that store. I said, I'll have to come back later. My husband was like, just go in now. And I'm like, I have nothing. I came into the car with absolutely nothing. And so he gave me cash, which is odd because this was a couple of years ago, but still, I usually never have cash. But anyways, I had cash. So I go up and I'm at the cashier and I have my cash and I handed it to her. And clearly when you hand your cash over, there's that relationship that starts to build, right? Because you're handing over your cash. Well, she saw my nails and I said, she's like, oh my God, I love your nails. I said, oh, thank you. They're Color Street. And she said, what are they? I said, the Color Street. Clearly you haven't heard of them. And she said, no, blah, blah, blah. Well, the person behind her that was working there said, oh, as I was talking to her, she went up to her phone and started typing in calls. She said this. I said, yes, exactly. And they were in awe. And I said, okay, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back and give you guys some samples so that you can try it. And one girl said, oh, I'm not going to be here. I'm leaving. And I said, okay, give me all of your email addresses. And that way I can have, because I think there ended up being 4 of them. Give me your email addresses because I'm going to send you a video. That's what I used, right? I'm going to come back and give these to you, but then I'm going to send you a video because I needed that point of contact. Okay. And it didn't feel weird. So don't say, oh my God, that feels so weird. Oops. So a system for sample is 2 days after giving the sample, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then 3 months afterwards. That's just kind of like, if you're thinking like, when should I? Well, here you go. Right? All right. Follow-up can come in a form of text message, voice message, phone call, email. It's a good idea to get a variety of these during the follow-up. Hearing your voice is a great way to build your relationship, which I love. I love the voice message, right? The purpose is that the person has tried the sample and find out what their experience was like. So spend some time to get to know them and learn what they like, right? If they have not tried the sample, then follow up in 1 week to see if they've done it, okay? Same questions would apply. So 2 weeks after you have given the sample, do another follow-up to check in with them. And based on what you already know, share something you think they would be interested in. An example, would it be a new shade from a mini launch, right? The mini launches are good. In the beginning, we shared about the importance of not stopping at 3 connections, right? So be sure to touch base at least every 3 months from the last connection. You never want your customer to think when you reach out, you're only when it's for you, right? Like the connection is it's really supposed to be about them, not us. Follow-up sample scripts. So here's a 2-day one. Hi, Jessica. I have been so excited to reconnect since I gave you a sample of our dry nail polish strips. Have you put it on yet? No worries. I understand how busy life gets. Don't forget to check out the video I sent you before you put them on, and I will follow up in a few days and see how it went. See how you're telling her you're going to follow up in a few days, right? Oops. Sorry, guys. Let them know so that when you do follow up, it doesn't feel weird, right? 1 week later, hey, Jessica, I hope your week has been a little more calm for you. Did you put the samples on your fingers since we last chatted? Fantastic. Tell me what you think. Was it easier than you thought? Here's a 2-week example. Hi, Jess. I had a customer order the Tokyo Light nails I share with you, and it made me think of you. I would love to catch up and see how you're doing and how your nail strips have held up, right? Every 3 months, Jess, oh my, I just had to share something I thought you would be interested in with College Street. I know you like blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to let you know that we have a new shade. I really thought you would be excited about it. See how like you can have those follow-up sample scripts, and then, it's a script, right? So you gotta kind of focus in on how is this relationship building, okay? The nail bar follow-up. Here's a little 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, every 3 months thereafter, okay? So here we go. The nail bar follow-up sample script. All right, let me just move this out of the way. 2 days. So in 2 days, say, hi, Dana. It was great meeting you through Jamie's nail bar. I loved learning how long you and Jamie have known each other. I just wanted to say thank you again for joining us, for supporting Jamie. Then we have 2 scripts for when they place the order, when they have it, and then in 2 weeks. You know what? I'm not going to read every single one, just because you guys can see it. You can screenshot it, or if you want the PDF, I can certainly do that. Nail bar follow-up sample script continued. So this is what you're going to say in 2 months and then in 3 months, right? And like I said, these are just sample scripts, but if you're stuck, because sometimes we get stuck and we're like, oh my God, this feels so awkward. These can maybe help you start to get the communication going, okay? All right, opportunity event follow-up. Within 24 hours, okay? In 3 to 5 days, 2 weeks, quarterly, okay? So as you can see, it's more of kind of like a bam, 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 right? So here's a follow-up sample script. So within 24 hours, hi, Rachel, I'm so glad that you joined the event today. What did you hear about that you liked, right? Affirm the response. Tell me what made you nervous. Use the feel, felt, found in the response. This is so really important, guys. Really use it. What other questions do you have? Are you ready for fun and get your Color Street business started? If not ready, schedule the next time to chat. Sometimes what I do is I'll say if she says, you know what, I'm just not ready, I'll say, girl, no worries. It's totally fine. But is it okay if I reach back out in a couple of months, or if Color Street decides to have some type of sale, which they don't usually, but who knows, right? But I'm just asking her for permission to reach back out. So in 3 to 5 days, happy Wednesday, Rachel. I know you wanted time to talk to your husband about Color Street. Tell me, did he have any questions, or do you have any further questions I can answer for you? This is actually a kind of funny one. I've actually said to people who have this this objection, do you want me to talk to him? How about all 3 of us get on a call together? I know what this business can provide, and I feel like there's really, really low risk, and I have no problem talking to a husband about it. I'd be like, you want me to have my husband come in and all 4 of us can chat? Because I'm so very confident in that this business can change people's lives, right? So Okay, opportunity, follow-up, sample script, continue. So here is the 2-week one. You know, are you excited, Rachel? I know you wanted to wait until payday to get started. Today is your day. Are you ready? And then here's the quarterly one. Okay. Here we go. Orders placed. Okay, when an order is placed, 2 weeks, 2 months, every 3 months. Okay, the probability of selling, this is amazing. The probability of selling to an existing customer is 60 to 70%, while the probability of selling to a new prospect is only 5 to 20. That's insane. We need follow-up systems, big time. All right, orders placed. Here's some of the scripts. When an order is placed, thank you for your order, Stacy. I appreciate your support, and I'm sure these shades are going to look great. Are you going or doing anything special to wear your nail strips to? I always ask a question at the end. I'm like a big believer in that. So at 2 weeks, hi Stacy, wanted to hear how date night went. I'm sure it was great to have the time together. 2 months, hey there Stacy, wanted to check in and see how you were doing with your nail strip supply. You know, I would love to spoil you with free and discounted nail strips by getting your friends together. Just say the word to make this happen. I have next week open for a nail bar. Are you in? And we have so many scripts for this, guys. So, all right, so create follow-up systems. So how will you track your follow-up? Are you going to do it in the Color Street app? Are you going to do it on a paper calendar? I mean, yeah, what I was going to say was I sometimes have heard, and I never did it, but somebody was like, oh, this is what I do. She bought notebooks and like the 5 subject notebooks. So she would have like, you know, I gave this person a sample. So that would be like the one section. And then it would move to, you know, like I messaged and then became a customer and blah, blah, blah. So she had it in like a 5 subject notebook. And that just reminded me of it. So a connection spreadsheet, a customer file system, an email workflow, right? When to follow up, designated day to complete the follow up Friday. That's a good one. Or schedule power hours throughout the week. You have to really kind of say to yourself, what is going to work best for me with this follow-up system? But I think what you just need to do is take a step back and say, I need to create the system first. Where am I creating the system and what system makes sense for me, right? And then, you know, guys, like some days you're not going to be able to follow up, some days you are. But if you had a system and you just knew, okay, I followed up with this person at 2 weeks. Now I have to move her on. You're touching the person. Okay. All right. Resources to learn. You know, the CS app, go to resources. There's so many resources. We have so many resources now and so many trainings. It can be overwhelming. So pick the ones that mean like the most to you. Okay. But this is a good one. The first one right here. All right. This was kind of cool. Diligent follow-up and follow through will set you apart from the crowd and communicate excellence, right? That was John C. Maxwell. He's really good. I like him. So that is like the follow-up system, right? So now we're going to take some action, create your follow-up system, plan, block your follow-up, do your follow-up consistently, stay connected with customers. Okay. So I really, really want you guys to start action. So below in this video, I want to know, how are you going to create your follow-up system? And I'm just trying to get on here so that I want to see if there's any questions or anything at the moment. I can't get on. So anyways, I'll look, guys, I'll look in the comments, but what I want you guys to say to yourself is, I'm going to create my follow-up system. Where is it going to be? Right? And then start. Okay. Let's have fun. Let's have fun with this. Create it this weekend. Screenshot it. Show me, is it a Trello board? Is it a planner? We have 4 things that we're going to do for follow-ups, right? Are you doing all 4, right? How are you going to do all 4? Are you going to create a Trello board for it? Are you going to do it on Google Sheets? Whatever. Let's do, because it's Friday, It's Fun Friday. Let's have some fun with it. Let's take the weekend to create the follow-up system. Screenshot it underneath this video. So I'm going to give you a couple of days. So, and you'll have until Sunday at midnight. And I don't know what I have to give, but I will show you. I will come up with something. Okay. And I'm going to give like a little package. Okay. Because I just thought of it. This is how I roll. I'm going to do like a little package that you guys can, like a little package of something. I've got stuff. I've got stuff to give away. So I'm going to do a giveaway. All right. So I'm going to post this on, or maybe I can just edit it. But tonight until Sunday, come up with your follow-up system. Okay. And then you'll be entered into, I'm going to stop sharing. You're going to be entered into winning something I put together. And I'll show you a picture. Okay. Let's make it fun. Okay. All right. I'm out. All right, guys, enjoy your Friday. Bye.